Had you played any field safety before last week?
Not really. I mean, last year I pretty much played all the boundary safety, but once you play one thing, you really must know what the other guy's doing. So it wasn't really that hard to go back there. They're free.
What's the biggest difference between the two positions?
Free and boundary. The free safety has to cover a little more field than the boundary safety does. You're in a lot more space, and you have to talk to the star and the field corner instead of in the boundary. You just talk to the boundary corner. So it's a little more communication as well.
Jermaine was doing a lot of the calls and checks. Was that your responsibility too?
Yeah, I had to make sure I got everybody lined up. I was well prepared for the job. Being around Whitehead and everybody else in the secondary. I know the secondary pretty much like the back of my hand as well. So it wasn't really that hard to get everybody. Like if they didn't know what to do, I knew where to direct everybody to go to.
What was that transition though? I mean, you had 2 days to really make that move. What was that like? Kind of was it a shock to the system at all?
No, not really because remember back in the spring they moved me from corner to boundary safety. I only had like a day and a half to prepare for the spring game, so it was like the same similar situation. Besides, it wasn't the spring game; it was Kansas State on the road. So, I had my mind prepared to do it. So I just had to make sure I went in there with the right mindset and just make sure I played as well as I did.
What do you think that kind of says about you that you can kind of make that move and respond? As a senior?
It says a lot. It really puts a lot of trust in the coaches as well because they actually believed that they believed in me to do that with the little preparation that I had, and it just shows that I'm versatile, that I can play corner, free, boundary. It just shows that I'm prepared to play.
Josh, when you're having the production that you're having in that game, along the way as the game's going on, are you starting to realize that you're having one of the best games of your career as it's happening?
Not really. When it was going on, I didn't even know I had that many tackles at the end of the game when they told me. But as the game went on, I was really just focused on trying to do my job and make sure we came out with the W. I really wasn't even focusing on myself as an individual, how many tackles I had or if I had anything else.
And you end up grading out. Obviously the production was there, but how was the grade?
I graded out really good. I think I only had like one mistake the entire game, but there's always still room for improvement to play even better. So I graded out pretty well though at the end of the game.
Josh, can you get a feel for how Rudy's doing over there? Can you tell when you're playing how well he's playing?
He's doing a lot. He's doing very good. Rudy, he talks to me a lot. So once we found out I was going to safety, we stayed after a little bit to make sure we was on the same page. And I can tell by the way he's flowing in the game that he's starting to pick up playing DB a lot better than what he was before, and it's really clicking for him. He's gonna be a really good player.
When you're out there and you watch kind of him run after like a ball carrier or something, he seems like have really good closing speed. What do you kind of see from him on the field?
For me, I don't think nobody could run away from Rudy. He's incredibly fast. He has really good breaking speed, and he's a good tackler too as well. So it's hard to get away from Rudy once he gets that acceleration and that burst, and he has the mindset he's coming to get you. He's gonna come get you.
For you guys as a defense, what did it mean to have a game like that on the road where you guys kind of carried the load for once?
It was big. Like before on the road, we usually have once all the coaches leave out the defense, we usually sitting there and some of our leaders step up and they talk. And the message for this the past meeting was we gotta make a name for ourselves, and this is gonna be the game where it's not gonna be just about the offense or just about the special team. We're gonna make sure people know that Auburn has a defense as well. So we went to the game with a big chip on our shoulder, making sure that the defense showed up and played to the best of their ability the entire game.
Josh, what's it like just knowing that Trevon has finally kind of found a home with the defense and the production he's had, and what have you noticed about him so far?
It's good. Me and Trevon are really close, and we talk a lot. Now, I'm really happy for him. I know he works hard every day. He stays after practice every day, and he's in the film room every day. Whenever I talk to him, he's trying to get better. He asks me for tips. I'm just happy for him that he's doing what he's doing, and I just hope he continues to keep doing well. And I'm actually glad he's on the defensive side with us now. They give us some more depth at the corner room, and he's showing up, and he's going to be a big part of our defense for the rest of the year as well.
Josh, obviously I know you guys can help him and kind of learn the nuances of playing corner, but how much does he help you guys, kind of giving you insight about, well, this is how maybe a receiver is going to come out of break and things like that?
From him playing receiver, he knows splits. Like we'll ask him for like split rules. So like he'll tell you like if a receiver is this far out, he's running this. If he's this far in, he's running that. And that kind of helps us a lot as a defense by asking him because you know sometimes just based off a split what the wide receiver is going to run. And T. Reed bring that to the room because he played wide receiver, so he helps us with really recognizing splits and recognizing how they come off the ball, and that helped us a lot as a corner and a safety room as well.
What kind of receiver was he when you were kind of going against him in practice? How do you think he's transitioned that to the other side of the ball?
T. Reed was really quick off the line. He had some really nice moves off the line. It was really hard to jam T. Reed. I didn't really like going with him, so I played off a lot. But he was really quick, and you can tell he has really good footwork because at corner you got to have really good footwork as well. And his pressing is a lot. His pressing is really good. I rather like from the press than play off because he really not comfortable playing off. But his press is really improving as you seen in the last game when he got another pick.
How is Jermaine handling the suspension?
He's handling really well. I mean, I talk to him every day. He's doing really good. Just waiting to see what's going on.
You guys as a defense you had change after change. Now that you're in a second year of the same system, how much has that helped you guys come together?
It helps us a lot. Together, there's really no excuses to not know your job, especially when we're doing like our base defense. There's really no excuse for us to have like mental errors and mental busts and a lot of errors in the game because of the due fact that we've been in the system 2 years. So it gives us a big advantage. So your base calls. That's when you can start adding the exotic blitzes and started doing different things for different people. So I think it gives us a big advantage, and that was a big part of our defense from the past week.
Is that the biggest improvement from last year to this year, or is it something else?
I mean, I want to say that from being under a defense for a whole year and coming to it again is a big help because you know your job already coming back into the season, so you know like what you're doing already. But also just having that mindset like we're not gonna give up 300, 400 plus yards every game. We're not gonna give up this many explosive every game. Just having that mindset is a big factor as well too.
With a lot of the turnover in the offseason and obviously, like you said, the yardage given up last year, the secondary was kind of a big question mark. Do you feel like you've answered some things as a group?
As a group, I feel like we have, because I feel like every game we go into is always what is Auburn secondary or what is the Auburn defense going to do, and I feel like this past Thursday that we answered a lot of questions to show that you're not going to just come in and just throw the ball on us, or you're not just going to come and run the ball on us anymore. So I feel like as a unit, we really showed everybody that Auburn has a defense as well as an offense as well,
I wanted to ask you too, it seems like they're trying to create more pass rushes this year with issues at defensive end. So, but they're using a lot of the secondary guys to get in there, Robinson and Rudy and some of those guys. Is that something y'all embrace? Y'all enjoy that kind of physicality part of it?
Yeah, we do. When you have a lot of versatile in the back end, like Therese is a really good pass rusher. Him and Justin Garrett, they're really good pass rushers. So using them to create like exotic blitzes and make the line open up a gap for one of those guys to come free is really helpful for the back end, knowing that you're gonna get pressure and you won't have to cover for 4 or 5 seconds back in the secondary. So I mean, we really like blitzing, and hopefully Coach let me get a couple blitzes in this past week.
Josh, do you have a preference between playing safety and corner? I mean, obviously I know you always want to say you want to do what's best for the team, but do you kind of miss, like, when you're at corner, you at least kind of get the whole, back and forth or receiver, whereas, safety, you're just kind of back there waiting for the action to come to you.
I mean, perfectly, it really doesn't matter to me, honestly. I mean, I played a lot of safety. In high school, I played all safety, so, I mean, to me, it's just wherever they really need me at, honestly, to tell the truth. They need me at corner, I can play corner. They need me at safety, I can play safety. I still try to do a little trash talking too, with the safety. I try to find somebody to talk trash to.
Everybody good?
Yep.
All right, thanks, Josh.